Most logos don't fail because they're ugly. They fail because they can't survive real-world use. They look fine on a website header, but then they fall apart on social media, as a favicon, on merch, on signage, or if they have to be printed in just one color. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the only process that you need so that your logo is clear, scalable, and actually usable everywhere that your business shows up. I run a branding and marketing company, and I've been doing this for over 20 years. And we see the same problem with logos over and over again. Too much detail, they're hard to read, inconsistent usage. When you make it small, you can't see it at all, or they just weren't built with a system in mind. So this is a step-by-step guide you can follow whether you're DIYing your own logo or you're working with a designer. And near the end of this video, I'll talk through how to build a simple logo system with a primary logo, a secondary logo, an icon, and the proper spacing that you need for different ways of showing your logo so that you have a logo that can be applied across all places where your brand needs to show up. All right, let's get into it. First, let's talk about what a logo's job really is. The logo has one job. It's to identify you instantly, not tell your whole story, not explain everything you do, not be a piece of art. Good logo is legible, repeatable, and recognizable. Recognizable means that you can spot it fast. Legible means it works even when it's reduced down to a small size. And repeatable means it can be used really consistently across all aspects of your brand. Now I want to break down the 5 different logo types. And as I say each one, I'm going to show you a few great examples on screen so that you can see what good looks like in the real world. The first type is a word mark. This is when the name is the logo. Word marks are best when your name is the asset and you want people to remember it. Think Disney, Coca-Cola, Google, FedEx. The second kind of logo is a lettermark or monogram. This is usually initials, and it's best when your full name is really long and you need to make it more compact. Think IBM, HBO, NASA, CNN. The third is a symbol or icon. This is a standalone mark that can live without a name. This is best when you need an app style logo or just a strong standalone shape. Think Apple, Nike, Target, Instagram. The fourth type is a combination mark. So this is a icon or shape along with the word, the name plus a symbol together. This is really common, and it's also really good for growing brands who don't yet have that Apple level brand recognition. You can use the full version when people don't yet know you, and later sometimes you can graduate to using just the icon. Think Adidas, Burger King, and Dropbox. The fifth logo type is a badge or an emblem. This is when everything is contained in a seal or a crest. This works well for heritage, community, or when you want something that feels really official. Oftentimes universities have this kind of logo. Think Starbucks, Harley Davidson, NFL, and BMW. Now here's the most important thing that we haven't talked about yet. The best logo type for your brand is the one that you can use everywhere without it breaking. You want to make sure it's easy to keep it consistent. Now let's walk through the logo process, the part that a lot of people skip. Step 1, you need to define the brand in one sentence. Ask yourself this and write this down. We help people get X result by doing this. You should be able to really quickly and clearly create that one-liner for your brand before you ever start sketching out or doing any design work on your logo. If you can't say what you do clearly, then your logo and your design will try to do too much too. All right, step 2. Pick 3 brand attributes. Choose 3 words that you want the logo to feel like. Modern, confident, simple. Those are examples of attributes. These words become your filter for any design decision that you make. Step 3, do a quick competitive scan. Pull up 6 to 10 competitor logos in your space and see what they look like. This is not about being a copycat, but it's about understanding the market and who you're up against and what they look like. It also helps you decide if you are going to blend in, which I don't recommend, or if you're going to really stand out and differentiate from all of the other competitors in your space. Step number 4 is to choose your constraints. Now that doesn't sound very fun, but constraints actually make your design better, especially when it comes to logos. For example, limit yourself to 1 to 2 colors. Pick one font family and keep shapes simple. If you need 10 colors and 5 different visual effects for it to look good, then you don't have a strong logo. Step 5, sketch directions. This is the fun part. This is where you get to start actually putting your pen to the drawing board. Now you want multiple options at the beginning of this ideation stage. And you want to create a lot of options and really think big before you start narrowing it down to your top 2 to 3 options. I like to aim for at least 6 rough directions. Now that's 6 when we're in the rough stage. Once we get to the more polished stage, I like only 2 to 3 options to be put in front of stakeholders. Now let's talk about what we look for when we're reviewing logos, when we're trying to identify what's good. When we review logos, we look for a strong silhouette. We look for high contrast so that it can work in one color. We look for simple geometry so that it holds up when it's small, when you have to reduce it to a small size or for a small screen perhaps. We look for clear typography and font so that it's easy to read. All right, now let's get into the fun part. What makes your logo actually usable? This is the logo system. A logo without a system is where brands become inconsistent really fast. Here's what you need in your logo system. You want a primary logo. That's the main logo. You're going to use that one the most. You want a secondary logo. Usually it's stacked different for different types of spaces. So it could be you have a horizontal logo and then you have a stacked vertical logo. You want an icon version for social media and the favicon on your website. And you want to have clear spacing rules in your logo so that it doesn't get crowded ever. You also want to test the minimum size of your logo. If it fails when it's tiny, then it fails and you need to go back to the drawing board. Here's a quick checklist of questions you can ask when you're reviewing your logo to determine if it's good. 1, can you read it at thumbnail size? 2, does it work in one color? 3, does it still look good when it's printed or embroidered? So think swag. And 4, could someone redraw it from memory? If you have all of those things in place, the chances are you're going to have a really repeatable, scalable, and recognizable logo. And we've gone over a lot today in this video. If you want a quick look at your logo or you're thinking about designing a new logo, that's exactly what my team and I do all day long, every day at creativeshizzle.com. If you want a free 20-minute consult, click the link below and book some time to chat with us. We'll help you build the brand with the logo, all of the assets, even the website, without you having to play any of these guessing games. Now, if you like this video and you want more branding and marketing tips that sizzle, watch the next video.
Right, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com. And do not get confused by the website names. SMM Shiba and SMM Dodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says you from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm, and now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.